Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle Harris, and welcome to a game between TT1 and Bubba. I believe this is a qualifying match in an IEM or a tournament going on in America. So it was recently uploaded on StarCraft Replays, blah blah blah.com. So I thought I would go and grab it and cast this PVZ because I haven't cast a PVZ for a while. Need a drink. 1 second. That's good water. And yeah, so Bubba has spawned in this northwest position, and TT1 has spawned in the northeast position. So going to be a bit of a more closer than cross-positional. So might see quite a bit of early aggression going into this game. TT1, very very good Protoss player, and Bubba also a very very good Zerg player. So we'll see what's going on. I do have. I've realised that I do have a few problems recording sound when it comes to not only my voice but also recording StarCraft sound. So I'm really sort of pissed off, pardon my French, that the StarCraft sound is not recording. So I'm going to try and fix it at some point. Anyway, TT1 now throwing down this gateway at 14. He did set down at 13, but 14 is when it hit. I'm setting his rally point to his base there. Bubba here just going for the standard extractor spawning pool. That was probably a 14 extractor 13, well, 14 extractor 13 pool, blah blah, or a variation of sending these overlords out for a bit of scouting here. And his overlord does reach his base, so he does know that these positions are very close indeed on this map. I must say I'm not a big fan of this map. Every time I do play this map, I always end up seeming to lose for some reason. I'm not in the best shape right now, so I'm trying to shape up, trying to get some my own better games. I haven't been able to play that many games since I got back, to be honest, from Sweden. A lot of work stuff. In fact, I am. Oh, nice. There's going to be a nice little position there to block that off from any Zergling attacks. Throwing that cyberkinetic score down, as you can see there. But yeah, I haven't been able to play many games since I've been back from Sweden. In fact, as I said before, I am just waiting for an email from my company, since I do work from home currently. So it frees up a bit of time, but not as much as you'd think, unfortunately. So anyway, TT1 is now got this extractor down and is going to be probably going for some kind of stalkers or sentry infantry play, I'm imagining. And this probe is going to get picked off by these zealots here, maybe. No, I think he is going to get away. And no, I think he'll probably get picked off, actually. Bubba now just bringing out his first queen, and not doing anything too special here. Throwing down this fast expansion, so pretty standard at this point. It's not a massively fast expansion now that I think about it. These Zerglings are nice for the support on this expansion. And now we do see TT1 bringing out that warp gate technology as well as a sentry to block off his ramp, which is going to be useful against these Zerglings, and throwing down 2 more gateways as well as this pylon over here. This overlord going over here to make sure that TT1 is not doing any expanding in other locations. And now we do see a roach warren coming down from Bubba, so we'll see how that goes. It's going to be some early aggression, no doubt, from Bubba with that roach warren going down. I wonder, can you guys hear my music in the background? We'll see when I compress the game, I suppose. But I've just woken up, kind of, so listening to a bit of Dream Theater, fantastic stuff. Anyway, more pylons now going down for TT1, as well as pumping out all these zealots and sentries. Good mix of zealots and sentries there, as he's only seen lings thus far. I don't think he's scouted this roach warren yet, but when he does, I imagine he'll be wanting to bring some stalkers out in order to fully repel those roaches and not get kited to death. Lots more queens coming down here. He has poked up and he does see this fast expansion TT1, but he is going to get killed by these Zerglings and queen. Now I believe he should be bringing out... He's bringing out, they're bringing out a few roaches there and reinforcing with a few Zerglings. See how the production tab, TT1 is just continuing to pump these zealots and now warping in these warp gates. The warp gate technology has finished. So now he's going to be pushing out with this. Oh, no. He's just going to be using it to secure his fast expansion. Nice overlord placement here from Bubba. Very good for if he wants to have a little quick zoom in, and massive saturation going on here. So he's going to be doing a very nice transfer as soon as this goes up. Sorry, just need to keep drinking. It's early morning, throat's a bit clogged. Bleh. Not fun, not fun. Anyway, now Bubba's expansion should be getting up and running anytime soon. Lots more Zerglings coming out, reinforcing this frontal line here, and TTOne does have a firm hold on this expansion. Very nice, nicely spread units there. Doesn't want to get them all bunched up, so all the zealots can be effective on those Zerglings as possible, because if you do get them bunched up, then the ones in the middle can't hit, but then again the Zerglings can surround. Oh, and these roaches now coming in to pick off one of these zealots, picking off two of the but lovely force fields there, and these Zerglings coming around to reinforce these roaches, but these roaches are just being decimated by these zealots, and more Zerglings coming in from the north, surrounding these zealots up at the top, and that's going to be a very victorious push there by Bubba. I'm surprised he didn't lose more of those roaches. Now cancelling his fast expansion and warping in more units at the top here. This is zealot getting picked off in the fray of the battle, and now warping in a few stalkers, and nice force field there, making sure he cannot reinforce up this ramp, but he is going to be in dire straits when this force field runs out. That is a big force powering outside his base, and he does not have much to defend it. Oh, he did just warp in a new sentry, so now he can reinforce that force field again, and now warping in a few more zealots. I would like to see more stalkers in this position, especially if he's going to keep force fielding and trying to push these guys down, but whilst this is happening, Bubba is continuing to reinforce with these zealots and roaches. Nice queens here, keeping up with that macro, and more pylons going down, and in fact researching the layer, so we may see some mutas or even glial reconstitution coming out for Bubba here. He is in a position of command here. Cancelling that expansion was a really big hit for TTOne, and now he's just going up here being a bit cheeky with his Zergling, and he does see now that there are a lot of zealots out here. Again, I would like to see more stalkers, especially to deal with these roaches. I understand that I'm under the assumption he's wanting to. Oh, he is now pushing in though after sending that overlord in to see what's going on. No, he's decided to move back. Anyway, I understand that TT1 is trying to kind of pincer in these where have they gone? These roaches with these force fields, but I don't think it's going to be as effective as it would be if he had stalker support. Anyway, now it comes to the point where TT1 is forced to get that zealot charge. Very, very good in the position where you're against ranged units. It will totally decimate them if they can get close, and nice saturation going on here. In Bubba's Expo, as well as him throwing down an evolution chamber and a hydralisk den in order to press his advantage home. He should have probably left more drones on his main, actually. That saturation is extremely poor. There was no need really to transfer over that many drones, but now here we do have an engagement. All these zealots charging in and totally surrounding, in effect, these roaches, but the roach is not kiting at all. He's more controlling these zealots, trying to get in the back, surrounding these stalkers and these sentries, and now moving back with these, because these zealots are just ripping things apart. The zealot charge is completely invaluable. It's amazing in these situations where you do not have much range support but need to get into a ranged group, and now the zealots charging in again on these roaches, and more Zerglings coming into support, as well as these queens from the top, but they are just ripping them apart. But now the number game is too many, and these roaches are going to be able to push back these zealots back to his base. And TT1 really needs an expansion at this point. I understand that he cannot get an expansion because of how hard Bubba is pressing in, but he is falling behind in the production and in the resource game. Now glial reconstitution coming out for Bubba, as well as sorry, a bit of a hiccup there, as well as ground weapons level 1 coming out for TT1, and a Templar Archives, so he's going for some High Templar. I'm not sure I agree with High Templar against a mass ball of roaches. 145 health on each of these roaches, so it's going to take a lot of High Templar storms, Psy storms, in order to be able to actually deal with these roaches effectively, especially if Bubba did research the burrow at this point. He would be in dire straits. TT1 would be in dire straits. Now, grooved spines coming out, as well as phenomised carapace, and defense level 1 for these Zergling units, and Archons now being morphed in, since he doesn't have the Psystorm research just yet. Now, dealing with these roaches quite nicely, actually. Archons are really underestimated, in my opinion. Really nice unit, except people just don't use them that much. Really good tank units. Do not take any bonus damage from anything, so why not, you know? Especially if you've ran out of energy on your High Templars and your Dark Templars have been seen. Anyway, now, killing this Cybernetics core. This is interesting. I've never seen play like this. Okay, that was cool. That was well done, TTOne. That was awesome. Oh, and now a second expansion going down for Bubba. So I believe Bubba right now is in a firm position of command here, especially with TT1's expansion only just going down now. He should be researching the Psystorm in order to at least do some damage to the roaches. It's not going to be as effective as it would be against, say, a mass ball of Hydra, and whilst this Hydralisk Den is up, we haven't seen any Hydra yet. Bubba has seen no need to bring out the Hydra against this Protoss army. Nice! Oh, these armies now engaging, and these roaches just kiting these zealots away. There's too many roaches for him to be able to engage effectively here. And these Archons, that Archon is extremely low now on 50 energy. We're going to replenish that energy shields really quickly. Reinforcing now with more zealots, and as you can see here, it's just, there's too many roaches. There is nothing TT1 can do about these roaches. More zealots coming in, but they're going to be dying very soon. I'm going to be pushing in and taking out this expansion now. I don't see what TT1 can do from this point. Warping in a few units behind, but it's all lost. And TT1 does indeed GG. So I hope you enjoyed this ZVP. It's just a shame TT1 didn't win. He's a fantastic player, but I guess it just wasn't his day. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, guys, and I will see you guys next time.